Brought to you by Cinerama.
Okay, yep. I'm just making sure we're up and going first.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All-Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Knockerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing. Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency,
Thing is that button right?
72 Degrees, your comfort company, Cinerama Ankeny, West 40 Market, Rainbow of the Heartland, Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to Centennial Digital on CISN, driven by Freedom Tire. Today and always, our pregame show is brought to you by Signorama. Signorama is your full-service sign and graphic company. We design, produce, and install all types of exterior and interior signs. Graphics for vehicles, including vehicle wraps, walls, windows, and doors. We also do banners, yard signs, business cards, real estate signs, trade show,
and more. Call us at 515-216-1240 or visit www.signorama-ankeny.com. That's www.signorama-ankeny.com. Well, as we get ready to go for the first home game of the season here in Ankeny, it is Jags and Jayhawks. Let's take a look at some of the stuff to look at here tonight. Going back to the end of last season, the Jags ended with a record of 25-14. Their season ending in Johnston in the sub-state final on a very controversial ball strike call that walked the Dragon batter and forced in the winning run. Dragons 3, Jags 2. With last year in the past, the Jags now set their sights on the 23 season. On the first day of practice, Coach High sat the team down and talked about consistency, emphasizing that consistency would be the key to getting them back to the state tournament yet again this year. He pointed out that out of the 48 teams in Class 4A in 2023, only one becomes state champions. That said, the Jags are off to a hot start with a record of 4-0 and ranked first in 4A. Now let's take a look at some of the players for tonight's game. Let's start with senior number 2, Nick Severson for the Jaguars. He's tied for the team lead in at-bats with 16 so far. He has 9 hits, which translates to a lofty .562 batting average, which leads the team. He has 6 singles, 3 doubles, along with 3 RBIs. Not far behind him is senior number 7, Damon Churchman, with 15 at-bats and a hefty .467 batting average. The Jags have shown they like to run when they get on base. They've attempted 19 steals and been successful 18 times, with junior number 10 Sean Stewart leading the way with 4 stolen bases. Defensively, the Jags have only committed 2 errors. Now, looking at the pitching, the team has 26 innings pitched with a .27 ERA. I will say that again, .27 ERA. With junior number 24, Joey Oakey, leading the way with 10 innings pitched. That means 30 total outs, and of those 30, 27 have been strikeouts. Now let's take a look at the Jayhawks coming into tonight's game, ranked 9th with a record of 6-2. Junior number 10, Brody King, leads the team in at-bats with 25. Followed by junior number 1, Jacob Barnes with 24. The best batting average, a .435, belongs to senior number 12, Sam Harris. As a team, the Jayhawks are batting .299 so far. They've attempted 20 stolen bases and been successful 18 times. Number 12, Harris, has the most with 5 stolen bases. The team has pitched 53 innings in total with a 2.77 ERA. And there are some numbers and some of the players to watch for here in tonight's game. So the Jaguars out on the field right now, taking their infield. Urbandale waiting over by their dugout, getting ready to hop out on the field, scouting out the Jaguars as they work around the infield. And I believe the starting pitcher for tonight, Easton Pratt, going to be on the bump. Leighton Coln back behind the dish. And with that, we are going to take a break, and we will be back in just a few short seconds.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All-Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Knockerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing. Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, Cinerama Ankeny, West 40 Market, Rainbow of the Heartland, Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming to help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All-Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Knockerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing. Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, Cinerama Ankeny, West 40 Market, Rainbow of the Heartland, Prairie Trail Sports Complex, Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
And welcome back to the field here at Ankeny Centennial. As we get ready to go, Urbandale now out on the field taking their infield. As the Jaguars now chill out in the dugout. Once again, it is the 9-ranked Jayhawks versus the number 1 ranked Centennial Jaguars in Class 4A here tonight. Easton Pratt on the bump for the Jaguars, or that is our projected lineup. Leighton Colton going to be back behind the dish. So that's going to be the battery for the Jaguars. And once again, just going back to what I was talking about earlier, an impressive .27 ERA for the Jaguars, led by junior number 24, Joey Oakey. Out of the 10 innings he has pitched, 27 strikeouts out of those 10 innings. So 30 total outs available within those 10 innings. 27 have been strikeouts. Oakey being a key part to that .27 ERA that the Jaguars have. Looking at the base running for the Jaguars, Sean Stewart leads the way with 4 stolen bases. Back behind him, it is Jack Compton with 3, a senior. And then it's Easton Miller, number 16, senior, with 3 as well. Damon Churchman as well with 3 stolen bases. Looking at the Jayhawks base running, Sam Harris leads the way with 5 stolen bases, as I mentioned earlier. Then it's a tie for second, Brody King, the junior, number 10, with 3, as well as senior number 15, Cale McDaniel. And once again, Urbandale out on the field, getting their infield work in. An exciting season for the Jaguars, getting ready to get underway here with the first home game of the season. And with that, we will be back in just a few minutes.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player,
And it's almost game time when you see the 2 coaches coming out to the plate. As the good, bad, and the ugly reigns over Centennial Stadium. See Coach High in the classic Centennial pinstripes in the right-hand batter's box. I believe it's 10 paces, then a draw, correct? Beautiful night for baseball here in Ankeny. 85 degrees here tonight. My weather app says it feels like 83, so just a couple degrees cooler than what it actually is. No wind here tonight. If anything, it's a very, very slight breeze. A good crowd formulating here so far. I'm sure many yet to come to the ballpark tonight as Urbandale gains a huddle over on the first base side. So we're looking at about 85 degrees here at first pitch. As we wait for the umpire meeting to break up, we're going to head to commercial, and we will be back for starting lineups and the anthem right after this.
The Armin certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is,
and we are back at the ballpark here for Centennial Baseball. And as we get ready to go, both teams in a huddle. As we get ready to go for starting lineups and the anthem. Starting lineups going to be brought to you by the man sitting 2 chairs down from me, also known as my father on the microphone here tonight. As we wait for both teams to come out of the huddle. And if I remember correctly, the Jaguars do come out of the huddle to their positions. So we're going to turn it over to the public address for the starting lineups.
Varsity game. Our visitors this evening are the Urbandale Jayhawks and your Centennial Jaguars. Let's take a look at our starting lineups this evening. First for the Jayhawks. Leading off, number 10, the DH Brody King. Batting second in right field, number 12, Sam Harris. Batting third, number 4, the pitcher, Brock Moore. Batting fourth in center field, number 5, Jordan Sturdivant. Hitting fifth, number 25, the first baseman, Trey Hicklin. Batting sixth, number 8, third baseman, Bryce Higgins. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 1, Jacob Barnes. In the 8th spot, the left fielder, number 16, Peyton Rottinghouse. And batting ninth, number 15, second base, Cale McDaniel. Head coach is Eric Evans. And now, here are the starters for your Centennial Jaguars. Leading off, the center fielder, number 16, Easton Miller. Batting second behind the plate, number 2, Nick Severson. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 7, Damon Churchman. In the 4th spot, the right fielder, number 3, Cole Greider. Batting fifth in left field, number 24, Joey Okie. Batting sixth, number 5, the shortstop, Lucas Brule. Hitting seventh at third base, number 23, Emerson Alberhaski. Batting eighth, number 13, the first baseman, Jack Compton. And batting ninth, number 29, the second baseman, Isaac Brule. On the mound will be Easton Pratt. Head coach is Mark High. Hi, how are you? And now, to honor America and those who have served along with their families, we ask that you please rise as you are able and remove your hats. Our national anthem being sung this evening by Kelsey Bullock.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early
Let's hear it. Dusty Nolan. And with that, there's just one thing left to say. Play ball.
Am I on? And with that, we are ready to go here. Beautiful. What is it? Thursday night? Wednesday night? I knew I would get it eventually. I mean, name off days of the week, and you'll get there eventually. It's Jaguars, Jayhawks. So, like I mentioned earlier, number 4, Easton Pratt on the mound for the Jaguars. Back behind the dish, it's number 2, Nick Severson. Over at first, it is number 13, Jack Compton, looking around the infield. Looking over to second base, it is Isaac Brule. Holding down that spot at second. Looking over to short, it's another familiar last name. It's the 5, that is Lucas Brule. As we get ready to go for batter number 1 for the Jayhawks, the designated hitter, number 10, Brody King, steps up to bat. And the windup and the pitch for pitch number 1 of the home game. It's in for strike number 1. So 0-1 now the count to King. Pratt the delivery. Ball is going to be low for ball number 1. Looking at Brody King's batting average this year. Brody King hitting a .320 so far this year. As the pitch comes in, and it's good for strike number 2. The count now even at 2-2. So like I said, King a .320 batting average as the pitch comes in from Pratt. Going to be fouled off the right field line. Brody King was 6 singles, 2 doubles. No triples, no home runs as that ball is hit to left field. Oki going to get a hold of that one and throw it in to the infield. And it's going to hold him to a single at first. So now coming up for the Jayhawks, the right fielder, number 12, Sam Harris. Harris, like I said earlier, a threat at the plate. Batting .435 on the year. First pitch to Harris. Going to be low and away for ball number 1. Pratt takes a look at the runner at first. The windup and the pitch. Check swing. Yes, he did go. And that's strike number 1. So 1-1 now the count to Harris. Double look from Pratt. Ball is low for ball number 2. So Harris on the year. 6 singles, 1 double, and 3 home runs. 2-1 the count. Pitch from Pratt fouled off. That's going to be strike number 2. So the count evens out at 2-2 now for Harris. The runner at first is Brody King. King taking about a 2-step lead. Compton holds him on. The pitch from Pratt. Up, and Oki tracking it back to the wall, and Oki snags it. So I'll go down in the book as an F7 for out number 1. So I think just on that swing, it shows you how dangerous number 12, Sam Harris, can be. Didn't look like that was a very powerful swing out of him, and it got him all the way back to the warning track. So that'll bring up Brock Moore, the pitcher for the Jayhawks. The windup and delivery from Pratt. In for strike number 1. Brock Moore batting .389 on the season, as they've played 8 games so far. Record of 6-2 for the Jayhawks. Up the middle, Brule gets the tag at second, over to first, and it's a double play for outs 2 and 3. That's Isaac Brule. First one going to be a 4 unassisted to 3 for out number 3.
So the Jayhawks with 1 hit in the top half, and that'll do it. No scores. We go to the bottom.
So 3 up, 3 down for the Jaguars. So now the Jaguars going to work their way out onto the field, or the Jayhawks, excuse me, going to work their way out onto the field. So like I said, pitching for the Jayhawks is going to be number 4, Brock Moore. Back behind the dish, I believe that's number 34 for the Jayhawks, Taylor Barron. And as we get ready to go, it's going to be Easton Miller leading off for the Jaguars, the center fielder. So Jaguars starting off strong defensively. Let's see if they can start off just as strong on the offensive side of the ball, as the hands start clapping in the crowd for the Jaguars. So now stepping up to the plate, number 16, Easton Miller. Moore on the mound. First pitch outside for ball number 1. So looking at Brock Moore on the mound, an ERA of 0 even with 9 strikeouts, 1 game pitched, and a total of 5 innings pitched. The delivery from Moore. Miller swings away. Count now 2-2 to Miller. Moore from the windup. Now the pitch. In for strike number 3. And that's going to put 1 away for the Jayhawks. So Nick Severson now going to find his way to the plate, the catcher for the Jaguars. Looking at hitting for Severson, a .562 batting average, as the windup and delivery from Moore. Low and outside for strike number 1. Finds the outer edge of that zone. Up the middle hit from Severson. That's going to get through for a single. So Severson going to find his way to first on a single up the middle. That'll bring up the DH. Number 7, Damon Churchman. Going into courtesy run for Nick Severson, number 10, Sean Stewart. So Churchman with a .467 batting average, second best on the team. 15 plate appearances in the 4 games that have been played by the Jaguars. As first pitch is in for a swinging strike. So Churchman looking at more. More now from the stretch. Stewart goes. And Stewart is going to be caught stealing at second. So it looked like it was a good jump from Stewart, just didn't see it all the way through, as that pitch is up and in for ball number 1. On deck for the Jaguars is going to be the right fielder, Cole Greider, as the 1-1 pitch comes in for Churchman is up for ball number 2, making the count 2-1. The 2-1 count to Churchman. Churchman pops it up and it goes foul. I think if that ball would have been straightened out just a little bit, just under 45 degrees, it had a fairly good chance of being warning track. Big, powerful swing out of Churchman, as that one's going to be way inside for ball number 3. So the count is now full at 3-2. No runners on. And Churchman going to send it up the third base side. And a hit for Churchman. So a nice hit to buckle the third baseman. Just catches him a little bit off guard, has him, third baseman misread the hop on that, and it got right past him. So now Cole Greider steps up to the plate. Greider a .214 batting average. First ball is up for ball number 1. Churchman, about a 3-step lead off of first. And Moore will check him. Churchman back safely. So Moore to Greider. As the runner goes, Churchman down, and he's safe at second. So add another one to that tally chart. Churchman now with 4 stolen bases on the year. Greider, the 1-1 pitch outside for ball number 2. So 2 outs for the Jayhawks right now, looking to get out number 3. But a runner on second for the Jaguars, which means a runner in scoring position. The 2-1 delivery. In for strike number 2. Greider looked a little bit upset at himself that he didn't swing at that one. Was expecting a 2-1 ball, I believe, on that pitch. But found the zone. So the 2-2 delivery from Moore is going to be low for ball number 3. Fills up the count. 3-2 to Greider. Moore with the pitch. And it's going to be in for strike number 3. Catches him looking. So it'll hang a backwards K to end the inning. 1 hit on no runs and no errors. And we head to the top of the second. We are going to take a break and be right back with you here in.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Everything we
So welcome back to the ballpark here at Ankeny Centennial as we get ready for the top of inning number 2. Pratt to Severson, still the battery as Severson throws down to second. Isaac Brule taking the bag. It's number 29, Isaac Brule. So Isaac Brule, just a sophomore, playing that second base position. Alberhaski over at third. The delivery from Pratt. First pitch swinging and caught by Cole Greider. Greider camps under that for out number 1. Trey Hicklin now going to find his way to the plate. The first baseman for the Jayhawks. The delivery from Pratt. First pitch going to be taken for a strike. The 0-1 pitch finds the outside edge of the zone. English is easy these days. And that makes the count 0-2. Pratt now working quickly on the mound, and it's going to be fouled off and not caught by Nick Severson. Severson looked like he got a little startled by that one. Runs a lap around the halo. So the 0-2 pitch once again is going to be low for ball number 1. So 1-2 now the count. And low once again. Going to even the count out at 2-2. Severson going to ask for a new ball. 2 strikes is all that one had left in it. And there's a drop third. Going to run him down and get the out at first. So I'll go down as a K in the book for out number 2. So now stepping to the plate, the third baseman, Bryce Higgins, wears number 8 for the Jayhawks. So Pratt still going to work from his short windup. Pratt has a very short but quick pitching motion. He starts at about a 45-degree angle on the mound, just steps the rest of the way to get it 90, and then cocks and throws pretty much. As I believe another new ball asked for, maybe. Giving Severson time to recover. The windup in the pitch from Pratt.
Going to be low and away for ball number 2. I think sooner or later Severson might ask the Centennial dugout for a new batch of balls in the umpire's pocket there. And the pitch in for Pratt, and there's a strike. So 2-1 now the count to Higgins. Lucas Brule going to throw it over to Jack Compton at first, and a little hop, but back down onto the bag. It's going to be a 6-3 for out number 3. So the Jaguars have gone 3 up, 3 down, 2 innings in a row as we head to the bottom of the second. Joey Oki going to lead off the inning.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Countdown just come back. And we are back as the throwdown for the Jayhawks comes through. And it's going to be the junior, number 24, Joey Oki, stepping up to the plate for the Jaguars. Oki hitting a .333 on the year. First pitch take for Oki. And that first pitch is going to be a strike. So 0-1 now the count to the junior Oki. Hit to the, and drops out of the glove, and Oki's safe at first. So I believe that's going to go down in the book as an E3. And I'm being told that he would have beaten it out, which I have complete faith that he would have. And the hit always looks better in the books anyway, so give him the benefit of the doubt. Give him a hit on that. And no pitch there as he checks over to first. Oki's a bit of a speedy kid on the Jaguar lineup. And that one looked outside, but it's going to be called a strike to make the count 0-1. And, of course, Oki, the Iowa commit. The pitch in to Lucas Brule is low and away for ball number 1. So 1-1 now going to be the count to Lucas Brule. Moore still on the mound for the Jayhawks. And a check over to first, and he's back safe. So looking at the batting average for Lucas Brule, a 1.67 on the year. And a balk is called. So Oki now going to get to advance to second base. Has the "you can't do that" chants come from the limited Jaguar student section. I believe that's a few of the JV guys and then some of the other students. The 1-1 pitch is in for a ball. So 2-1 now the count to Brule. So Lucas Brule, 12 plate appearances on the year. as he's going to cut that one foul. As the sound effects just get better and better every year. The announcer this year running a little bit of a different setup for the sound effects and music this year. Got his own little personalized soundboard on his computer. And a drop third strike. Brule going to leg it out. And Oki going to make his way over to third. So that'll put one away for the Jayhawks, but that's going to put a runner on third for the Jaguars. Stepping up to the plate, the Jaguar third baseman, Emerson Alberhaski, a junior. The delivery from Moore, outside. Ball in the dirt, Oki contemplated, but took a little bit too long to look at that one and didn't have the time to head home. I'm sure Coach High over there in his ear telling him, just be sure to watch that all the way through. And that ball was low and away. So 1 ball, no strikes to Alberhaski. Alberhaski batting .400 on the season. 10 plate appearances. 4 hits. 3 singles and a triple for Alberhaski. 2 RBIs on the season. Looking to maybe make it 3. As that one's low and away for ball number 2. So 2-1 now going to be the count to Alberhaski. Runner on third, that is Oki. Moore on the mound. The pitch going to be low once again for ball number 3. So a hitter's count at this point, 3-1. As the pitch comes in from Moore. Going to crack it down the third base side, and it's going to be a pickle, but Oki going to get back to third safely, and Alberhaski going to be safe at first. So Oki definitely, I want to say he drew it up in his head that way, but I don't think he did. But to make it sound better, we're going to say a perfectly drawn play by Oki. So Alberhaski going to reach on a fielder's choice. That'll bring up the first baseman, Jack Compton, hitting in the 8th spot here tonight. First pitch, low and outside for strike number 1. Finding the outer corner of that strike zone. So Jack Compton throws with his left, bats with his right. So runners on first and third. Moore the pitch. And it's going to be in for strike number 2. Not sure Compton necessarily agreed with that one. From up here, looked like it was right down the middle. Maybe he was questioning his own decisions on that one. So Compton takes a second. Actually, I believe it was Moore that disengaged on that one. Runner is going, and Alberhaski stops about 2/3 of the way there and just kind of turns around as that ball went foul. So the count stays at 0-2 for Compton. Moore checks the runner at first. And Oki gonna scurry back to third, and Elberhaske gonna be safe at second. As a high-speed motorcycle drives by. Infield now working their way in on the grass. One out. Runners on second and third as that pitch inside. Compton kind of folding himself backwards just a little bit to work his way away from that one. So 2-2 the count to Compton. As that one's going to be popped up and back foul towards the softball field. And it's 2-2. The count. Runners on second and third, one out. Infield still playing in. Specifically on that third base side, the shortstop and third base playing in on the grass. And that one's going to be a high for ball number 3. So the 3-2 pitch now coming to Compton, full count, and it's gonna get rung up. So Moore's gonna hang the backwards K for out number 2. So Isaac Brule now gonna be up to bat for the Jaguars, the second baseman. Isaac Brule batting .250 on the year. An on-base percentage of .571. So out of his 8 plate appearances, 2 have ended in hits. Both of those hits being singles. At this point, I think a single is all we need to hang a number up on the board. As that pitch is going to be inside and called a strike. 1-1 the count to Brule. Moore, the pitcher. That one low and away. Moore really good at finding that outer corner of the zone. Brule stands in, back of the box, as close to the plate as he can get. And a swinging strike number 3, and he's going to strand 2. So that's going to send us to the top of the third. Your score remains 2-0.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All-Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Knockerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing. Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency.
And we are back here on Centennial Digital. And CISM brought to you by and driven by Freedom Tire. Catch all Jaguar home games here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. As Jacob Barnes now up to bat for the Jayhawks. Jacob Barnes, the shortstop. And looking at the batting average for Barnes, a .292 batting average, 24 plate appearances. And Lucas Brule going to make the throw over to Compton for out number 1. So if you're keeping track at home, you can mark that down as a 6-3 for out number 1. Peyton Rottinghouse now going to step up to the plate for the Jayhawks. The left fielder. Rottinghouse, a 167 batting average. 6 plate appearances. And the first pitch is in for a strike, making the count a 1. The 0-1 pitch going to be popped up, foul, and it's going to go out. Compton tracked it all the way to the fence and then decided, I don't think there's enough room there for me. I believe I've heard a story of, I believe it was Keith Murphy in a old man softball game. I guess it was not at the time. He wasn't that old. Was told he had room going to get a foul ball and ended up he didn't have as much room as they thought he had. And at the last second, hearing the words, fence. So those are the things you don't want to hear. Got room, fence. So the 0-2 pitch, going to go up the third base side and go foul. So only one game here for the varsity squad tonight as the JV squad played earlier, ending in a 18-3 final for the Jaguars. And it's going to be a drop third strike. Severson going to throw to Compton, but he's going to make it through. So it's going to go down as a K in the books, but Rottinghouse going to be a runner at first. So Pratt going to get the credit for a K on that, but not going to get the strikeout. Or not going to get the out to add to that one out that we already have. It's the first game of the season. We're still rubbing off the rust. Like I said, English is hard. Everybody's laughing at me up in the box, and I'm struggling with English. Severson struggling to find the ball. As the runner will stay at first. So Cale McDaniel at the plate for the Jayhawks. As Pratt going to check over to first. A powerful throw over to first from Pratt. I will say, as a lefty myself, Compton definitely has an advantage over there at first for those pickoffs. And a beautiful curveball from Pratt. But evidently not able to find the zone. As Severson gives the crowd a little settle down motion. So as I was saying, Compton with a very good advantage as that ball going to go up the third base side. Alberhaski with a nice snag, but not going to make the throw over to first. Runner keeps going over to third. Runner's looks like he's going to go home, but settles at third.
And back to the top of the Jayhawk order. Number 10, the designated hitter, Brody King.
So first pitch into King going to be a strike. As looking around the CIML right now, Waukee at the half for soccer with a 1-0 lead. Waukee. And a 5-4 fielder's choice for out number 2. As I have lost track in my scorebook. So now stepping to the plate, the senior, number 12, Sam Harris, leads the team in batting average with a .435, runners on the corner. And that one going to be swung on for strike number 1. Harris has definitely got the height, so that strike zone going to be a little bit higher off the ground for him. Ball went to the wall last time, tracked down by Oki. Very, very little effort put into that last swing that took him to the fence. Swinging a DeMarini Goods. As Pratt going to check the runner at first. And fouled off. As Coach Sean Lynham for the Jaguars looks to make the play over by the dugout. I think he got it on the hop off the wall. I will say Lynham definitely took a stinger to the hands in the JV game while he was on the third base side. And Harris just sticks the bat out and pokes at that one, and he's going to get the out at third. It's Alberhaski to Compton for out number 3. A beautiful stretch by Compton. So that's going to take us to the bottom of the third. Still no score. And the girly jams start playing over the speakers, Party in the USA. As I'm sure Cole Greider in the dugout is thoroughly enjoying this. Looks like Greider was having a conversation with Coach High. So Morris still on the bump for the Jayhawks. As the throw down to second. And we're going to go back to the top of the order for the Jaguars. Easton Miller, the center fielder, going to lead it off. Miller struck out looking last time. First pitch to Miller, going to be fouled back into the net. A beautiful new addition to the field here at Ankeny Centennial is the new net setup. Field looks a little bit more like Ames now, as they had this net set up prior to us, but a beautiful new setup here at Ankeny Centennial. As Pratt swings away to make the count 1-2. And the ball going to find its way to the backstop, and it's going to make the count 2-2. Easton Miller, 16 plate appearances on the year so far. A .312 batting average as the pitch comes in from Morris. Catches it off the handle, and it's going to be popped out to third in F5. For out number 1. Nick Severson now going to step up to the plate for the Jaguars. Severson hit a single last time up. Severson once again with the .562 batting average, best on the team. And first pitch is going to be high and away for ball number 1. The 1-0 pitch, Severson gonna pop that one back. And gonna line it down the third base side, gonna miss the third baseman's glove. And Severson gonna add to the batting average. A nice shot by Severson. I wish we had the StatCast era here in the high school so I could see what the exit velo on that was, but sadly we're not that high tech yet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure on the Paper Cup radar guns that popped out as fast as Churchman gonna find his way down the third base side as well. Gonna move Severson to second and put himself on first. So Cole Greider now gonna step up to the plate for the Jaguars. Batting fourth in the order. Greider, 14 plate appearances, 3 hits, all 3 being singles. The 0-0 pitch from Morris going to be swung on for strike number 1. So the 0-1 pitch, runners on first and second. Swung on to make it 0-2. The 0-2 pitch fouled back into the net. I will say the net might be a little bit scarier for fans, as if you're focused on the field very closely, you kind of don't realize that the net's there, unlike the chain link fence that we had last year. So if you're watching the ball come off the bat and come back towards you, that's got to be a scary sight.
ball was swung on and fouled. So the count stays at 0-2 for Greider. Churchman on first, Severson on second. No courtesy runner this time for Severson. So the 1-2 pitch to Greider going to be fouled back once again. So runners still on first and second, Churchman and Severson. As Moore going to take one of 3 disengagements he's allowed. Oh, wait. No, those are the new MLB rules. My bad. The 1-2 pitch going to be popped up and fouled over to the softball side. So the count steady at 1-2. And that one's going to be up and in for ball number 2. So right as I say, we're holding steady at 1-2. Now the count jumps to 2-2. And it's going to hold steady at 2-2 so far. A great battle for Cole Greider here, staying alive. And that one's going to be called low and away for ball number 3. So he's going to fill the count at 3-2. 1 out. So looking at the board, you got 3, 2, 1. And it's going to be ball 4. Give him the base on balls. And that's going to fill the bases for the Jaguars. Joey Oki has hit some very good balls in batting practice recently. Granted, balls in batting practice are about 40 mile an hour slower and typically right down the middle. But you find your perfect pitch, you never know. So a mound visit now for the Jayhawks. And looking at Jaguars soccer, the Jags lead it 1-0 at the half. And a ball back to the backstop. Gonna drive across to run. So Nick Severson gonna come across the plate. And now move the runners to second and third. Oki with the bat way up in the sky. And lost it. And another run gonna come across, so Oki. Oki gonna get an error on that one, or the shortstop gonna get an error.
but that will drive across another run. So the Jags now up 2-0 in the bottom of the third. As the 0-0 pitch to Lucas Brule, going to be outside for ball number 1. I wonder if he lost that in the lights or where he lost it at, but base runner is going to advance as the catcher struggles to find the ball. Turns out he laid it like an egg right underneath of him. So Lucas Brule, 12 plate appearances, 7 hits. And Brule going to be hit by the pitch. So a free base for Lucas Brule. And dare I say, once again, the bases are loaded. 1 out. Runners everywhere. Emerson Alberhaski up to bat. Alberhaski reached on a fielder's choice. That left all runners safe. The pitch to Alberhaski, 1-1 now the count. So Moore now working from the windup. Here's the pitch. Going to be low and away, and the ball gets loose. And Greider going to stroll his way across the plate. And everybody going to advance a base. Good read by Greider there. A ball in the dirt, lost by the catcher. Went back about halfway in the grass. And that ball going to find the strike zone to make it 2-2 to Alberhaski. Alberhaski, a good hack, going to find its way into the gap. Going to drive 1 run across, and Brule went to round the bag. Ball was too close. So he kind of tripped himself up and then crawled back to the bag. But Alberhaski with a nice shot to the gap. Drives 1 run across and moves the runner to third as the second visit to the mound from the coaches. And we will be back in just...
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
And welcome back to the ballpark here at Ankeny Centennial High School. A pitching change being made for the Jayhawks. Number 16, Peyton Rottinghouse now on the mound for the Jayhawks, and I believe a catcher change as well. And I can't tell, I believe that's number 1. I don't see anything else sticking out from behind the jersey or from behind the straps of the catcher's chest plate. So if I had to take an uneducated guess, I would believe that is Jacob Barnes now back behind the dish. So Jack Compton getting ready to step up to the plate for the Jaguars. As Rottinghouse finishes warming up. We're going to take a quick break and
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop. It's so good.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire.
So Jack Compton now at the plate for the Jaguars. As ball is going to be low and away for ball number 1. So Rottinghouse now the pitcher. The 1-0 delivery. Compton takes a hack and sends it foul first base side. Jack Compton, the Jaguar first baseman. And that's going to be painting the inside for strike number 2.
That was a knee buckler.
For sure.
Compton definitely saw that more inside than it was. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and there's the punch out.
Rottinghouse with the strikeout.
So Compton going to get caught looking.
Coming to the plate.
Hangs a backwards K for out number 2.
Isaac Brule.
So Isaac Brule, the sophomore, coming up to bat for the Jaguars. Brule sends the first pitch foul. As Scooby-Doo has been set loose here at the ballpark. So we are still bottom of the 3rd as Brule pops that one up. And going to be tracked down by the Jayhawks second baseman. McDaniel going to settle under that one for out number 3.
Number on the bottom of
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All-Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Fiscus Jewelers. The Zoom Room Dog Training. Nick Jarash Fitness. Knockerball 118. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. And Reed Plumbing. Jaguar Soccer on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, 72 Degrees, your comfort company, Cinerama Ankeny, West 40 Market, Rainbow of the Heartland.
Unmuted announcer concert.
Leading off for the Jayhawks.
And we're getting ready to go here for the
Brock
top of inning number 4 as the Jaguars hung a crooked number in the bottom of the fourth, or bottom of the third, excuse me. First pitch by Pratt going to be sent to Isaac Rule and over to Jack Compton for out
Rule
number
charging
1.
the slow roller. 1 away. They'll bring up the center fielder, number 5, Jordan Sturdivant.
So Jordan Sturdivant now steps up to the plate for the Jayhawks. And that ball going to be sent back to the backstop. I believe that came up off of a guard of Severson's. They're going to take a timeout to let the Jayhawks grab the ball. And that one going to be in there for strike number 1. So 1-1 now the count to Sturdivant. And that one going to be low for ball number 2. So 2-1 now the count to Sturdivant. The 2-1 pitch up for ball number 3. Hitters count to Sturdivant. Pratt the pitch. And it's going to be in the dirt for ball number 4. So Sturdivant going to find the base on balls. So Trey Hicklin getting ready to step into the box for the Jayhawks. As a runner on first for Hicklin. Ball low and away for ball number 1.
So Trey Hicklin at the plate for the Jayhawks. The 1-1 pitch to Hicklin. Going to be sent back up the middle. Isaac Brule gets it in the glove. Going to send it over first base side. Not going to get him. He's going to be safe at first. So Bryce Higgins getting ready to step up to the plate for the Jayhawks. And a courtesy runner coming out for the Jayhawks. Mitchell Clace now going to be the runner at first.
Mitchell Clace running at first for Urbandale.
So Bryce Higgins at the plate for the Jayhawks. 21 plate appearances, a .286 batting average. And first pitch is low for ball number 1. 6 hits. All 6 are singles for Higgins. 6 hits, 6 singles, 6 RBIs. And the count now goes to 1-1. So the count to Higgins is now 1-2. 1 out. Pratt the delivery. Higgins fouls it back over the press box. So 1-2 the count. Leaning in favor of Pratt. Just barely in. That one's going to be in the dirt for ball number 2. You know, I shouldn't have said anything. I know better. It's the announcer's curse. Announcer's curse, broadcast curse, you know. And that one's going to be low for ball 3. So a full count now for Higgins. As Pratt going to be looking for the strikeout. Here's the pitch back up to Pratt. Pratt knocks it down. Going to just go over to first, and that's out number 2. So runners will advance. But now we have 2 outs. So Jacob Barnes, the shortstop, who I believe is now back behind the dish for. All right, so we have confirmed that Barnes is still at short as the first pitch comes in. And called ball. Seems for some batters the strike zone seems to get larger. Some batters it seems to get smaller. And it doesn't necessarily correlate with the size of the batter. So 2-0 now the count for Barnes. As Barnes swings for strike number 1. Looked like he missed it just barely off the end of the bat. And swung on again for strike number 2. So 2-2 now the count to Jacob Barnes. Outside for ball number 3. The 3-2 pitch and swung on for strike number 3. And that's going to end the inning. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, your score remains 4-0 Jaguars.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good. Mute me. Fans, check out the new Zoom Room Dog Training Gym at 1875 North Ankeny Boulevard. We don't train dogs, we train the people that love them at the Zoom Room. Send us a pic of your dog at Jags Digital on Twitter or on our Centennial Digital Facebook page. And each week, we will choose a pet of the week to get a special gift from the Zoom Room. Bonus points if they are watching Centennial Digital. As we get ready for the bottom of the 4th, we're at the top of the order for the Jaguars. We went all the way through last inning. As Miller just stands there and takes it on the first pitch. So Miller going to be hit by the pitch and given a free pass to first. So Severson going to find his way to the dish. As he will check the runner at first. Severson steps back into the box. Here's the pitch outside for ball number 1. And he's going to check back to first once again. Easton Miller wearing the sliding mitt. I believe guys in the dugout I've talked about before that he wears it on the wrong hand. Typically. So 1-1 the count to Severson. And Miller gets down and dirty, but didn't necessarily need to.
So Severson out the plate, 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch outside for ball number 3. And Severson now going to call timeout. Rottinghouse taking just a little bit too long out on the mound, getting ready. 3 balls, 1 strike to Severson. And that one's low and away for ball number 4. So Miller going to find his way over to third, and Severson finds his way to first on the base on balls. Damon Churchman now going to head up to the plate for the Jaguars. 2 singles so far here tonight. And that one's outside. Miller comes in, and he's safe at home. Severson keeps going to third. And 1 run will come across, and a runner will move to third. So we're just playing ring around the rosy at this point. Replacing the runner at third. So Damon Churchman up to bat for the Jaguars. 15 plate appearances before tonight. And 1-1 now going to be the count. And that one's low and outside for ball number 2. So 2-1 now the count to Damon Churchman. Here's the pitch. Churchman sends it up the 5-hole. And gonna bring the runner across and put himself on first. Cole Grider, the Juicy Wiggle King himself, now up to bat. Announcer asking if he should turn the Centennial Jaguars into the Savannah Bananas. Give him the chance to do the Juicy Wiggle. And a back pick gonna be unsuccessful as Churchman gets back to first. So Grider stands in 1-1 the count. Churchman 3 steps off first. And finds the outside of the zone for strike number 2. So Grider up to bat, Okie on deck. Churchman safe at first. And Churchman goes, Grider swings away. And Churchman gonna have to tag up and as that one is caught in left field. So that's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Joey Oki to the plate. Oki, 12 at-bats before tonight. An even .333 batting average. Here's the pitch to Oki. Going to be low and outside, but going to find the corner for strike number one. Rottinghouse checks the runner at first. And Oki calls for time. You know, now that I've seen it in the MLB, I kind of expect the Max Scherzer mentality that out of a... and the runner will be caught stealing at second, so Churchman going to get caught stealing. So as I was saying, a Max Scherzer kind of mentality. Sit there for a long time, get time called, and then as the batter's getting ready, you just get set up right away, and pretty much as soon as the batter steps in, you're ready to throw. And then the MLB implemented the Max Scherzer rule of there has to be eye contact before the pitch is thrown. The 1-2 outside to make it 2-2. So the 2-2 pitch from Rottinghouse getting ready to be delivered to Oki, and Rottinghouse going to step off. Trying to get in the right mindset. There's the pitch outside for ball number 3. So 3-2 the count. 2 outs, no runners on. 2 runs scored. Here's the pitch, and Oki swings away, drop third. And it's going to be thrown down to first for out number 3. So that's going to send us to the top of the 5th. Your score now, Jaguars 6, Jayhawks.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All-Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Mackerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference.
So we're back at the ballpark here at Ankeny Centennial. Peyton Rottinghouse now up to bat. Pratt going quick through the motions as per usual, in for strike number one. The 1-1 delivery up high for ball number two. So 2-1 now the count to Rottinghouse. Now the count going to make it 3-1. The 3-1 pitch, and it's in for strike number two. So Pratt fills the count. At this point, it's anybody's pitch, and it's going to be fouled off and out of play. The 3-2 pitch hit to Alberhaski. Alberhaski across the diamond over to Compton for out number one. So that's going to bring us back to the going to bring us down to the 9-hitter, the second baseman, number 15, Cale McDaniel. I was looking too far ahead in my lineup. As bunt is showed on the 0-0. Now it's 1-0. So you wouldn't expect bunt to be shown again, and it's not. Now the count 1-1. Here's the pitch outside for ball number two. The delivery low and away for ball number three. So a hitter's count of 3-1 right now. Here's the pitch, and fouled back to make the count 3-2. I will say, typically when Pratt gets himself into the 3-1 situation, he does find a way to tie it back, or to get it back to the full count of 3-2. Here's the pitch over to Alberhaski. Alberhaski takes a dive, not able to get there. And McDaniel going to find himself at first. So now Brody King steps up to the plate for the Jayhawks. Pratt from the stretch. Called ball one. One 1-0 pitch outside for ball number two.
And that one finds the zone for strike number 1. And Pratt will check the runner at first before he gets completely set. Checks him again. And outside for ball number 3. Here's that 3-1 situation I was just talking about a little bit ago. Three-one pitch, and there he gets it back to the full count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back for the count to stay at 3-2. Here's the pitch. And gonna get him on strike number 3 for out number 2. So the right fielder, Sam Harris. Once again, we go back to the first inning, an effortless swing out of Harris. Took it all the way to the fence, and Harris's backswing caught Severson in the helmet. All right, he still knows where he's at. That's a good thing. He's in an MLB stadium playing somewhere. So the 0-1 pitch. Going to be inside. One and one pitch in for strike number 2. Getting ready for the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Popped up and out of play. So this will be Pratt's 5th inning pitched. Up the middle, gonna get it to Brule. Brule gonna flip it, and there's the out at second. It's the Brule to Brule connection for out number 3. And as we get ready for the top of inning number 6, we are going to take a quick break.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All-Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Knockerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing.
Welcome back to Ankeny Centennial High School. As, dare I say, the Jaguars are just 4 runs away from an end to this game, as it is a 10-run mercy rule after 5. So Lucas Brule going to lead off the inning for the Jaguars. Here's the first pitch, and Brule sends it down first base side, but foul. The 0-1 pitch to Brule. Outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count for Brule. In the third, Brule was hit by the pitch. And that one going to be low for ball number 2. And that one going to be outside for ball number 3. The count in favor of Lucas Brule. And Brule going to send that down first base side, and it's going to be out number 1 on a 4-3. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 23, Emerson Alberhaski. So we have just got word that the Jaguar boys soccer team is headed back to state as that ball finds the backstop. A final score of 2-1 for the Jaguars. Here's the pitch to Alberhaski. Alberhaski, a nice knock in to left center. And it'll be a base hit. So Jack Compton now gonna step up to the plate. Here's the pitch Compton takes for ball number 1. Pickoff attempt to first unsuccessful as Alberhaski gets back. Fans, don't forget you can catch every Centennial home game here on CISN and Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. As Alberhaski steals his way to second, I heard Roadrunner, but I don't see Wile E. Coyote. He's probably on an Acme rocket somewhere. The 2-0 pitch, and it finds the strike zone for strike number 1. So 2-1 now the count for Compton. As Alberhaski finds his way to third on a stolen bag. So 3-1 now the count to Compton. Runner on third. Center fielder playing a couple steps closer to left field than right. Wandering around looking for dandelions. Here's the pitch to Compton, and it's ball 4 as Compton will take his base. So runners on the corners for the sophomore, number 29, Isaac Brule. As a meeting will be called at the mound. With that, we are going to take a short break and be right back.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Knockerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing.
And we are back. Just a quick mound meeting here in the bottom of the 5th. So runners on the corners for Isaac Brule. Here's the pitch. Brule pops that one foul and out of play. I don't think that one made it to the road, but yet somehow there was a crash. So now the count to Brule 0-2. Alberhaski at third, Compton at first, and Brule short into center field, and Alberhaski comes across the plate upright. And Compton rounding second, gonna stay there. So Brule, a sac fly to center. As we head back to the top of the order, it is Easton Miller now getting ready to step up to the plate. The delivery, and a ball goes high up in the air and back to the backstop. As Compton gonna settle at third. So we slowly play merry-go-round once again. Compton now at third where Alberhaski was. taking a look at a couple more stats for Easton Miller. Like I said, a .312 batting average. 16 at-bats before tonight, 5 hits, all 5 being singles. 3 RBIs. Been walked once. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and Compton will come across the plate. So the base is clear now for Easton Miller. As Rottinghouse takes a step off the rubber, collects his thoughts, and steps back on. Here's the pitch in for strike number 1. And the 3-1 pitch will be a ball 4. So Miller finds his way to first. Nick Severson now going to step up to the plate after a quick mound visit. Fans, Iowa's premier indoor youth facility is open right now in Ankeny. The field house at Prairie Trail Sports Complex offers boys and girls basketball tournaments, volleyball tournaments, and hit tracks leagues for softball and baseball. Visit prairietrailsc.com for details on tournaments, leagues, and other events for the Ankeny community. Coming in to pitch for the Jayhawks, number 36. We'll put a name to that number here in a minute. Caden Sturgill. Fans, I'm starting to get a little bit hungry, but I can't wait to make it over to Cabarets after the game today for one of their great tenderloins. And, of course, the self-favorite of cheese balls. Can't forget the cheese balls. Only need 2 runs, dare I say it. And then we are out of here for the night. As with the 2 runs, we would reach a 10-run mercy rule.
Severson at the dish.
So Severson in his stance. So 0-1 the count to Severson. Miller on first. Here's the pitch. Severson was waiting for that one to hit him in the helmet. Stood there, slouched, ducked the head. And that one going to find the outside of the zone for strike number 2. So 2 outs. And a 1-2 the count to Severson. Severson now going to step out of the box. Miller takes his lead off at first. Here's the pitch. Ball is outside. Miller goes. And Miller is safe at second. The 2-2 pitch is back behind the head of Severson. I mean, Severson's already been hitting the head with a bat once tonight, so getting hit in the head with a baseball isn't much different, is it? And that one's going to be low and away for ball number 4. That'll bring up the designated hitter, number 7, Damon Churchman. So it looks like another Jayhawk pitching change. I'm off air, but brought to you by Adult Diapers. And as we let this pitcher warm up, we are going to take a quick break and be on Ankeny here on Centennial Digital, driven by So the 0-0 pitch to Churchman, going to be 1-0 now. Runners on first and second. As Churchman, a big hack, sends it down the third base line. Personally, I think that was gone. If he got that a little bit more inside the baseline, I think that was in the bushes, if not in the backyard of one of the houses. So Churchman definitely looking to end it here, as you can tell with that first swing. So the 1-2 pitch coming in for Churchman, and it's going to be low, and runners will advance. So the 2-2 pitch getting ready to come in for Churchman, and it's up and away for ball number 3. So the base is loaded now for Cole Greider. Can definitely be a threat if he wants to up at the plate. So first pitch in for ball number 1. And Greider will be hit by the pitch. And with that hit, it will drive the run across, and a walk-off single for Joey Oki. Going to end the game. And your final score going to be 10-0 Centennial. And we will be back in just a minute with our Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Player of the Game interview right after.
Soccer coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, All-Star Concrete, Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fiscus Jewelers, The Zoom Room Dog Training, Nick Jarash Fitness, Knockerball 118, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, and Reed Plumbing.